Hey Dumplies, this is Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to get into V and an Instagram story that just came out and one that he deleted, and what seems to be some of the controversy on this. I also want to get into GOT7 Jackson and people worried that he could be sick or in the hospital, but before we begin, we do have a sponsor for today's video, so roll that clip. I'm excited to say that today's video is once again sponsored by Raycon. These are literally my favorite brand of earbuds and premium audio products. There is just simply a reason I continue to work with them. I think it's been almost 2 years. These are the best premium earbuds on the market and very affordable, literally half the price of other brands on the market. And as of New Year's, they have hit over 40,000 5-star reviews. They have new optimized gel tips that are so perfect and amazing, and they will not budge and so comfortable. And it gives it a noise isolating fit. The battery life is so amazing with 32 hours if you just leave it there and 8 full hours of playtime, so a full work day and school day. You can literally just play music from morning to when you leave and you will have battery. For me, sometimes when I just leave it there, it can even last me a few days with one charge. I personally use Raycon all the time to listen to podcasts, music, etc. as I do stuff, and they have pretty good distance with the Bluetooth, so I don't have to deal with wires obviously, but I can leave it on a table far away as I am doing the dishes, so I don't have to worry about my phone getting wet. This is a great gift for any music lovers, podcast lovers, or any creative people in your life who need great audio. They also have a built-in mic, so you can take phone calls too. Now, if you're not happy, you can return it, and it's free shipping to and from. And if you go to buyraycon.com/DaveDesai or use the link down in the description, you can get 15% off your Raycon purchase. Please make sure you check them out and thank them for sponsoring today's video. So, hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumpling, a teaspoon mug merch, and let's get into it. Jackson for GOT7, first of all, needs no introduction. He is literally so talented and so handsome. He literally wears so many different hats. Like, he enjoys fashion, so he probably owns many hats, but figuratively, he is like CEO, dancer, singer, actor, director, so many things. He posted something on Twitter that got a lot of fans very concerned and scared. It was a very cryptic message, which I will get into in a moment. We all know the nature of K-pop and the pressure that the labels and even the idols themselves put on themselves. And it's things just as small as taking a small wrong step on a live performance or not nailing a very difficult note on the first try. And these moments can result in a lot of self-hatred because you feel like you should be able to do that thing and it's very difficult for you. But a note to be noted is that no one is good at everything, and in K-pop you're supposed to be. So there will be things that you fall short of, and that is expected. However, the nature of K-pop is so competitive, and dancing and singing at the same time is the bare minimum and not even enough to debut sometimes. So if you can't do something, sometimes the fans or audience will leave and move on to the next younger and shiny new person. Literally hundreds of groups debut every year. There is no lack of talent. The industry doesn't specifically feel like they need any particular person or need to worship any particular person. With this, you can see the pressure Jackson has, or any K-pop group has. Jackson posted on his Twitter that he needs to be better and better and better, and that is a scary thing to write because then he must be feeling at the moment that he is not enough, which is so difficult to understand for us normies because he is so successful, right? We see that he has everything and he is the best. This was a big enough deal where it became trending online. People were trending in support of Jackson and writing messages telling him he is enough and that he is amazing, and even showing pictures of Jackson being amazing and writing nice long letters explaining how much Jackson means to these specific fans. Of course, if he was feeling down, everyone has those type of days, but it's important that it doesn't go any further than that. There were people who were so concerned and pulled up pictures of the last time they saw Jackson and tweeted at him, hoping he was not sick or in any health problems, because this could also be a reason why he wrote that message, because he got injured. So people were definitely hoping he was not in the hospital or anything like that. But it became even worse when Jackson updated a black plain picture. There was no definitive answer for what a black picture means. It depends on the context, but it usually does mean something negative, maybe a feeling of loneliness or something like that. We really won't know right now. There were definitely some theories, as when previously Jackson's bandmate Mark was on his solo endeavor, Mark decided to do some sort of cryptic message as well. He ended up removing all of his photos on Instagram, and this is scary to people because when removing all your photos photos, it could be a sign of deleting your account, retiring, or quitting. Given this isn't the first time GOT7 as a group would have had any exterior problems. It's always something that is a bit sensitive to fans to think about and a little scary. Mark also updated his profile picture at the time to show a black icon. So with all this evidence, people believe that Jackson is doing something similar. Perhaps the cryptic message on Twitter was simply a lyric to his new song or a way to show what he was going through while working on his new piece of work. The black picture could also be a sign that something is coming. Keep in mind, both Mark and Jackson likely have the same team working with them, so they could likely use the same ideas and methods to promote their new mixtape and albums. I would be very excited to see what comes of this, and I do believe this is more likely, or perhaps I would prefer that it would be more likely, because I don't want to sit here and think Jackson is not okay. I think BTS might even do some exciting stuff like this on their social media accounts when they decide to release something. I personally really love it when artists do stuff like this because it just brings the album and stuff really to life. For example, if a new album is about hating yourself and learning to love yourself, then doing something like deleting your Instagram photos or anything like that would make you feel like he hates himself, and then as the promotion continues, he can release a video where he ends up loving himself. And we then follow that journey, and then the whole thing comes to life for us, and the music will likely mean more to us. I do believe Taehyung is working on something. It was very interesting that on Weverse, he was responding to people or person that were giving him music recommendations. There was a girl, I believe, who recommended Taehyung to listen to some jazz music by an artist named Art Farmer. Taehyung loves jazz music. He has mentioned this before, and even in the reality show called In the Soup, Taehyung starts to learn how to play the trumpet because of his love of jazz. If you want to watch the show with me, head over to my Patreon. I'm going to be reacting to a brand new In the Soup Season 2 episode tonight, link down below. But what was amazing was that Taehyung actually saw the post and responded, saying that he will give it a listen. And then apparently the same girl recommended Taehyung another song. And apparently this happened over 5 times, in which Taehyung responded to the girl 5 times. Armies were incredibly jealous and happy that this girl is probably peeing herself. I know I would, but people were also thinking maybe Taehyung was just being polite and wasn't actually going to sit there and listen to any of these artists. I mean, I've done that before where I'll say okay, but I don't actually watch it. But Taehyung did something and went one step further, which was recording himself actually listening to some of the songs and posting it on his story. The story, I believe, was only up for a few hours before he took it down. I don't quite understand why he took that down. Like, does he not want things to appear for 24 hours? He just wants it gone like after like an hour. Although that's a good way to get people to follow you, because they'll have to follow you to be able to actually see the posts, otherwise they'll miss it. But that's just a theory. Of course, armies were so excited to see that Taehyung actually took the recommendation, and people started to kind of look into the girl that Taehyung responded to. Her name was apparently Ellie, and her name actually ended up trending worldwide. Now you think that ends there, but no. The theory actually goes a bit deeper than this and is quite shocking actually. So people did some snooping on Ellie and found that on her profile picture, she actually had a Taehyung photo. So this is Taehyung and Jungkook shipped together. This is not usually a big deal when two members have a photo together. However, this was a big deal because people think that the two are dating, or hoping that the two members are. So when they saw that Taehyung publicly responded to someone who had this photo, fans of the ship were very satisfied that Taehyung has now quote-unquote officially acknowledged the dating, because Taehyung would have been able to see the profile picture before responding. Some even say this was hope that the ship is real and alive. And so definitely people were wanting answers to this and hoping to see if it is real. But like, it's a profile picture. Most people don't even look at the profile picture for more than like 2 seconds before responding. I kind of feel like he didn't even know. It's interesting that we think when a celebrity responds, there's an ulterior motive other than just responding. Sometimes they just want to respond and they hope that they can do that without that response meaning more than what it does. They don't have time to do a background check on everyone before responding. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see more K-pop reaction videos, go to my Patreon, link below. I can't post them here due to copyright, but you can get all sorts of reaction videos and requests. It's a great way to support the channel even more if you want to. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. I love you so much, and there'll be some videos that will pop up on screen, and I will see you over there. Bye.